News Talk, 1320 AM, 107.9 FM, both out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and the mighty 790 KFGO Fargo, 104.7 FM. This morning's Gone Outdoors is brought to you by Ray's Sport Marine, your local Lund Boats and Bennington Pontoon dealer in Moorhead. RaysMarineMoorhead.com. Adventure RV across from the Fairgrounds in West Fargo. Your number one RV dealer in the FM area. AdventureRVSales.com. Are you fishing for a snack or gas in Lakes Country? Lakeland General Store is your one-stop shop in the Lakes area at the junction of Highways 59 and 34 in Dunvilla. Devil's Lake Tourism and Glacial Lake Snow Bear. Linex of Fargo, this is Linex Country, home of the adventurous. Onyx Fish Midwest, Eskimo Ice Fishing Gear, and Ion Electric Ice Augers, and the Ion Alpha. And we are so glad that you are here with us on this South Dakota special edition of Gone Outdoors on the East River Firearms Deer Opener for all of our South Dakota listeners. I know you've been listening in with us, and we've been chanting and talking here. Minnesota, North Dakota opener. Now it's South Dakota's turn. You guys get to have a chance to go out there and put that trophy on the ground, wrap your tag around that deer, and I sure hope that all of you who are out doing that are finding some success.
Yes, sir. I'm pretty sure that anybody out hunting deer is going to find success. It might not be in a harvested tag, but it could be just getting out there, enjoying the outdoors, spending time with family and friends like we talk about a lot. But I'm pretty sure all these hunters that have been waiting all year for this weekend, for last weekend, for next weekend, whichever weekend you can get out and your seasons are open, the best of luck to all of you in coming home safe, and hopefully coming home with some fresh meat.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always good to put that venison in the freezer or even cook a little bit of it up to begin with here. Speaking of seasons, Scott, we are certainly in a shift of seasons. Again, as we talk so often here on Gone Outdoors, the shifting seasons, the changing seasons and activities that go with it. We are today, this is a South Dakota special edition, Gone Outdoors. We are actually broadcasting live at the Fargo Shields Ice Fest event in Fargo today. And so our focus is maybe not completely given up on deer. I don't know, maybe it has. I'm done, but, shifting our focus on ice fishing. And, one of the things that always goes along with that this time of the year, Scott, is ice safety.
Yeah, for sure. We talked about it here last week or the week before. For hunters, hunter ice safety is extremely, extremely important because a lot of the ponds up north, a lot of the ponds got ice on them now. And generally, if you're a hunter and you are thinking about walking out across of a slough, a cattail slough, whatever it is, you're probably not going to have your safety gear with you that you would have if you were going to go ice fishing. So that is utmost importance is to make darn sure that you're very safe when you get out there. Check that ice. But we're going to talk about ice fishermen, ice safety here for probably the next month.
Yeah, we are. And I don't know if you've been watching the weather forecast, Scott, but there's a lot of talk about this polar vortex and the shift in the polar ice air cap on the North Pole that's going to be affecting or has started to affect our jet stream. Sounds like we're in for some cold air. Sounds like we're going to be possibly ice fishing here sometime pretty well in the next month.
Yeah, it should be a good ice season. Hopefully it'll be a good start. The key is going to be how much snow do we get, how much precipitation do we get on that ice early on. Hopefully we can get some good cold weather and keep the precipitation off of it. That way we can get a couple, 4 or 5 good inches out there so people can start walking out or more.
Or more.
If you're one of those guys that needs a good solid foot before you feel comfortable, good for you. If you feel comfortable on 4 inches, you've done it your whole life and you're very safe, good for you. There's no right and wrong. Don't let somebody else pressure you. Don't let one of your coworkers say, well, I was out this last weekend and I did great. Don't let that pressure you into thinking that you can go out wherever you want.
Really good point, Scott. And in fact, I would say we should never totally be comfortable on the ice. I think there should always be just a little fringe of caution as we go out there, no matter what our experience level.
Yeah, for sure. And a lot of us, if you're a guy that works with your hands, you go to all kinds of safety courses all the time. It's good to respect whatever it is that you're working with. And we always, always, always need to respect the ice, even if it's 30 inches, even if it's 12 inches, whatever it is. You always need to respect it because it is never 100% safe.
Yeah, Scott, one of the tools that we used at Early Ice, we use it all season. We use it all year for that matter. And it's worth mentioning now because I think there's really a special application as we talk about Early Ice. That's Onyx Fish Midwest. And certainly on this South Dakota special edition of Gone Outdoors, it's worth noting that Onyx Fish Midwest includes the state of South Dakota, and all of our South Dakota listeners can benefit from the great information that they have available there. And also want to make mention that if this is something you are interested in, you go to onxmaps.com and sign up. You can use the code BA Outdoors and get 20% off your subscription of Onyx Fish Midwest.
Yeah, and don't wait till ice season. If you still are getting out on your local lake down there in South Dakota, if you're getting out of it in your local lake, in your boat, take that out with you because you can punch waypoints in there. You can check shorelines. You can figure out all your access spots. You can do all that right now before the lakes freeze up.
South Dakota special edition of Gone Outdoors. Let's take a look at our guests, Scott, because we got a great lineup for today's show. Adam Renas of Glacial Lake Snow Bear there in Sisseton. He is going to talk a little snow bear with us. Speaking of ice fishing, Ty Brower, he is a predator expert. He's going to talk a little bit about predator hunting. That is going to be upcoming and on the forefront of our sites here in not too long. And then a familiar voice, Nick Harrington of South Dakota Game Fish and Parks. He's going to talk a little bit more about the hunting that's going on in South Dakota, knowing that it is our East River Firearms opener today. It is going to be a great lineup, folks. Don't go away. We've got a good one here. We do have to take a quick break now, Scott, but we'll be back after a short break with more Gone Outdoors.
Looking for somewhere to get all your fishing information in one place? Onyx Fish Midwest has something for you. Search for new fishing areas with filtering features such as species, abundance, trophy potential, lake survey info, regulations, and area insights are just a click away.
Getting to your target lake has never been easier with access points and public land ownership clearly marked on Onyx Fish. Mark and customize waypoints and weather for your exact location. Use code BA Outdoors to get 20% off Onyx Fish Midwest at onxmaps.com.